Thomas Edison text from Wikipedia, the Arabic version, of course. كان إديسون الشاب شريد الذهن. كان means was. Edison الشاب, the young Edison. شريد الذهن, he was distracted. شريد means homeless. Okay, but شريد الذهن, ذهن means your mind. So his mind was homeless. What does it mean? He was distracted. You can memorize it like that. So Edison, the young Edison, was distracted في كثير من الأحيان. Most of the time. كثير means a lot. أحيان means times. It is the plural form of حين. حين means time. أحيان means time. So كثير من الأحيان means most of the time. Edison, most of the time, at school, بالمدرسة, what was he? He was شريد الذهن. He was distracted, mentally distracted. حيث وصفه أستاذه بأنه فاسد. And because of this, his teacher, Ustad means teacher, وصف, described him as بأنه, as he was فاسد. He was a spoiled child. He was, فاسد means spoiled or corrupted or decayed, you know. It's not a good word. So فاسد, corruption. But here, of course, he's referring to Edison as a spoiled child. But now, pay attention to this حيث. حيث in the dictionary, if you look at it, it will say, most probably it will say where, because it refers to place. But in modern Arabic, after a comma, we get this حيث. It is just a placeholder. It just connects the first sentence to the second one in terms of place, maybe, or cause and effect. So in this case, it is cause and effect. For that reason, we translate حيث here as for that reason. Yeah, he was distracted. For that reason, حيث, his teacher, described him as فاسد, which means spoiled. Okay, أنهى comes from نهى, which means to finish, complete. نهى, أنهى. أنهى is complete something else. If you have an alif before a three letter root word, let's say, okay, we call ثلاثي. In Arabic, we say كلمة الثلاثية. أنهى means he completed. Who completed? Edison completed 3 أشهر, 3 months من الدراسة الرسمية. 3 months of formal education. دراسة means education, رسمية means formal. So he completed 3 months of formal education. يذكر Edison mentions. ذكر means to remember, to mention. So he mentions. This is present form of the verb. You see, it is ذكر يذكر. This one is مضاري, the present form of the verb. ذكر, it means he mentions في وقت لاحق, in later times. وقت means time, لاحق means later. So في وقت لاحق, in later times, he mentions والدتي هي من صنعتني. My mother, والدة is mother, is my, the pronoun my. My mother, هي, she, من صنعتني, she is the one who made me. صنعتني, who made me. Now look at this. هي من صنعتني. In Arabic, we do not use these am, is, are verbs. Okay, we do not say I am a student. We say I, student, like أنا, I, طالب, a student. I, a student. I, a teacher. I, my name. Okay, so we do not say here is, she is. We just say she, the one who made me, which means she is the one who made me. Man means the one or who. So she is the one who made me. Sana'a means to make. Sana'at, it's because it is walida. Walida is feminine, so we make sana'at, the conjugation of the verb. What is it? Follows the subject, right? So subject is feminine. Walidatun, T is the feminine marker. So sana'at becomes feminine, not sana'a. If it was father, it would be sana'a. But this is mother, so it is sana'at. Sana'at ni means she made me, okay? لقد كانت واثقة بي. She was, كانت means was. وعليكم السلام. كانت means was. Again, it's feminine. Why? Because it refers to who? Who? To the mother. Mother is walidatun. So كانت, she was. This laqad just emphasizes that this happened in the distant past. Okay, we can just as well say كانت واثقة بي. She was trusting in me. واثقة means trusting. This laqad just emphasizes, it stresses that this happened in the distant past. Okay, so it's the same as saying كانت واثقة بي. واثقة again means trusting. Because it is feminine, again refers to the mother, so it is واثقة. If it was father, it would be واثق. But this is the mother, so we say واثقة بي. This is always used with the preposition be, okay? You know, in English we have verbs that take certain prepositions. For example, we have, what do we have? We have listen. The verb listen always takes two. We do not say I listen music. We just say I listen to music. We have to use to. We do not say I listen in, okay? Again, for trust, we say I trust in somebody. I trust in. We do not say I trust to somebody or I trust somebody. Usually we say I trust in somebody. Well, I trust somebody might be used, but usually it's I trust in. Just like that, in Arabic, we have verbs that take certain prepositions. Indeed, many, probably most verbs take prepositions, and we have to learn them so that when we get the verb, we look for the preposition. This is very important. In the dictionaries, you'll see that, especially in the modern dictionaries, we have verbs, and usually it is given with their prepositions because they change meanings when they get prepositions, as we see in the next sentence as well. Okay, so she was واثقة بي. She trusted in me. Edison is saying that. حينها, then, حينها is a phrase. حين, you know, we had it here. أحيان is the plural of حين. It means times. حينها is another phrase. When حين gets ha, it means then. Then, at the time. Then, شعرت بأن لحياتي هدف. Then I felt. شعر means feel. شعرت means I felt. Okay, how did I know this too has to be like I, not شعرت, not his mother, but he? Well, I just looked at the context and Edison is speaking, so it's about the feeling, so probably it is Edison who's feeling, you know. That's the most logical explanation. This is how Arabic goes because we do not have these vowel signs, we do not have the diacritical marks which we call harakat in Arabic. So you have to know the grammar of Arabic to be able to know which mark, which harakah a word has to get. So شعرت, I felt, بأن. So we understand from this that شعر also gets B. Just like واثقة B, it is شعر B. I felt with something. Literally, that's what in Arabic we say, I felt with something. شعرت بأن, I felt that. أن is a non-clause marker. So if a sentence comes with أن, you have a subject verb after that. So شعرت بأن, I felt that لحياتي هدف. My life has a purpose. My life, حياتي. This E makes my. حياتي is my life. هدف, a purpose, a target. Okay, target. In this case, we say purpose. Now look, where did we get the meaning of have? My life has a purpose. In Arabic, that has comes before the word. Here, li hayati. Li hayati means to my life there is a purpose. Literally, to my life there is a purpose, meaning my life has a purpose. Okay, so when you want to say I have, you just say li. Okay, li means have, e is I. So I have is li. So in Arabic, have comes before whoever has that thing. Li hayati means my life has. Mark it down, please. Li is very important. So I realized, I felt that my life had a purpose. وشخص لا يمكنني خذلانه. And a person, شخص. Who is he referring to? Of course, to his mother. شخص. A mother is a person, so this refers to شخص. But look at this now. شخص لا يمكنني خذلانه. Mother is feminine. validatun. But here it says khidlanahu, not khidlanaha. Feminine pronoun is ha. We know that. Khidlanaha. It should be khidlanaha. Why is it khidlanahu? Because this pronoun, this hu, refers to shakhs. Although shakhs also refers to the mother, shakhs is not grammatically feminine, it's masculine. So we say khidlanahu of that shakhs, even if the shakhs is the pronoun of a feminine noun. Okay, so shakhsun la yumkinuni is impossible. Yumkinu means possible. La yumkinu means impossible, because la is, la. La yumkinu, impossible. La yumkinu ni means impossible for me. Time and again we've seen this e here. E hayati, this e is me, okay? Validity, it's me. La yumkinuni, it's me again. So it is impossible for me to let her down. Khidlan means let down. So I realized that my life had a purpose and a person who is impossible for me to let down. Okay, this was what Edison said. Kanat was, who was? We don't have the subject. In Arabic we start with the verb usually, so we don't have the subject. But at the end of the verb, we know who this is. It is kanat. It is something feminine, someone feminine. Who was the feminine person here? The mother. So we say kanat, kanat. If it was the father, it would be kana, means was, okay? And if you compare it to English, it's a straight starting, because we start with the verb. It's the sentence starts with was, was something, okay? But because of the T, thanks to this T, we can just know that this is the mother. So she was, okay? But since the subject comes after the verb, we also get that she here. So كانت والدته, his mother was. So the problem solved, because we have the subject here. But even if we didn't have the subject, even if we didn't have this والدته, we'd still know this is the mother, because of the reason we said. Because there's T, okay? In Arabic, the verbs have that person pronoun at the end of the verbs. In many languages have that. English doesn't have it, except for the forms he, she, it, okay? He does, she does, but I do, okay? But many other languages have this feminine form at the end of the verb, just like Arabic. So كانت والدته, his mother was. تقوم, so what was his mother doing? Getting up, standing up. قام means stand up. But friends, please beware that in Arabic, just like English, there are many verbs that change their meanings when they get a preposition. قام is one of them, and one of the most common of them. قام means to get up, but قام bi means to carry out something, to do something completely different. And if you do not know this, please write it down, because قام and قام bi are totally different. No relation between them, except that to do something you usually have to get up, but there are many things you do without getting up. So قام bi is unrelated to قام. It means to carry out something. So his mother carried out, his mother did what? بتدريسه في المنزل. His education at home. في المنزل, at home. تدريس means education. He refers to Edison, so his mother took care of his education at home. Okay, so if you are a learner of classical Arabic and you are reading modern texts, probably this is one of the problems you face a lot, because in the classical Arabic texts you have examples from classical Arabic which didn't have these forms all the time. Of course, they also had these prepositions, but sometimes the verbs didn't have it, or that verb was not commonly used at the time. Okay, so knowing bi and qama separately means nothing. It's just like knowing trust and in separately, but you don't know trust is used with in. So you see trust and you see in, and you don't know it's related to that, and you just try to understand where she trusted. Okay, trust in Edison doesn't mean he trusted Edison somewhere else, but he trusted in Edison. That's just part of it. Okay, qama bi. This B is part of qama here, and it means to do something, to carry out, to execute, to implement. Okay, anything goes. As far as this sentence is concerned, we just say carry out, or I said took care of his education. Okay, last sentence. وأسهمت, and contributed. Now, if you know that أسهم, the word contribute, is used with the preposition fi, you will naturally look for fi, okay? Because in English we say contribute to something, right? When we see contribute, we look at where did we contribute. So in this ashamat, we see ashamat and we look for fi. We have to look for it. Otherwise, we cannot connect this ashamat to the end of the sentence, because ashamat is connected to fi ta'limihi. Okay? So ashama is always used with fi, and we have to know that. Knowing ashama doesn't mean anything. It means half of the thing, but it doesn't mean the whole thing. So ashama fi is very important. It means to contribute to something. So what did she contribute to? She contributed to fi ta'limihi, to his education. So everything in between is extra. The main thing was ashama fi. And if you didn't know that ashama took fi as a preposition, then you lost it. You cannot get the meaning. You'll struggle with the sentence. But if you know ashama has fi, you know that you're going to understand this. Okay, even if you do not get everything in between, you'll know that ashama fi, she contributed to his education. You know that this is connected to this fi. Okay, in our readings, if we can continue these readings, and if there are followers, of course, I hope I'll be able to give most common words in Arabic like this with their prepositions and the phrases that we use. Just like, for example, haythu. Many of you will look up the dictionary and see haythu, and it will say where, but here where doesn't go. You just have to say for that reason, because haythu means in this case for that reason, and many of the dictionaries today we have do not give that meaning, or give it somewhere, towards the bottom of the definition, and before you get to that, you get dozens of other definitions, which is difficult. So I will give you the most common readings of these stuff, so that you can easily go through modern Arabic texts. Okay, so let's finish the last sentence. وَأَسْهَمَتْ قِرَاءَتُهُ. Sorry, of course, because I didn't read what was the subject. In Arabic we have the verb, and you have to go all the way to the subject so that you can get who did what. I said his mother contributed, but it wasn't. Ashamat, this T, I thought was referring to the mother because it's a feminine T. But qira'a is also feminine. In Arabic, just unlike English, but like French and German and Russian and many other languages, we have the feminine marker even in words that are not feminine. Qira'atun means to read, reading something. But it has this feminine T at the end. It's not a woman, it's not feminine biologically, but it is grammatically feminine. Okay, that's why ashamat takes T, because qira'atun is feminine. So his readings contributed, not his mother. His readings contributed لكتب Parker, I think. Parker. So somebody called Parker had books, and his readings on those books, العلمية, so his Parker's scientific books. علمية means scientific. مدرسة في فلسفة التبعية. So a school in natural philosophy. فلسفة means philosophy. تبعية means natural. So تبعية, فلسفة التبعية means natural philosophy. So his readings in the books of Parker, scientific books of Parker, a school in natural philosophy, كثيرا, أسهمت كثيرا, contributed a lot. This N on top of adjectives make it an adverb. Okay, so it makes ly, like total, totally. كثير means a lot. كثيرا means a lotly. Okay, we don't have a lotly, but that's the meaning it gives. In a lot of, you know what I mean. It means a lot of, it contributed a lot. A lot is adjective and an adverb in English, so we can explain that using that word, using that sentence. So that's why I gave total, totally, okay? But a lot can act as an adverb. So his readings contributed a lot to his education. Ta'lim means education, and this he means his education. So I'm not sure if there were friends following, except one person who greeted us when he came or she came. And I'm not sure if there were others following, but I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, I'll have 30 seconds before that. If you don't, I'll just close the session here. All right, until you get any questions, I want to show you this preposition logic in the phone, okay? If I can type in Arabic, because I have a problem with that. So what did we see today? We saw ashama. Ashama means to contribute, okay? And we said it is used with fi. So ashama fi means contribute to something. Contribute to. But if you do not know that ashama takes fi, as we said, you are lost, because there'll be a fi, maybe many words later in the sentence, and you do not know that fi is related to ashama, and you just try to get a meaning for that. You say fi, what is this fi for? Does it mean in what, where? Okay, all those questions will be meaningless, because fi is just, in this case, it means to. It is the to of contribute to, right? And even worse than that, we gave the example qama bi. We know qama means stand up. But if you do not know that qama is always used with be when you want to give the meaning of carrying out something, then you are lost, because there's a be in the sentence, which means literally with somebody, with something. You will just not be able to get with who, okay? So qama bi means implement something, implement or carry out something, okay? You have to know the words with their prepositions. So please, when you are learning a new word, make sure you learn it with its preposition, if it is used with a preposition. So qama is different from qama bi, and memorize qama bi as qama bi, not qama with a b. It is qama bi, it's just different. It's a different word, okay? Qama is different, qama bi is different. I always say qama bi. So we don't say ashama. Let's just say there's no word such as ashama. We just say ashama fi, okay? And even when the word changes form, like ashama becomes isham, when it becomes infinitive, it still takes the same preposition. So you have to be aware of every single verb with their prepositions. All right, that's it today. I hope I see you next time.